Boys Season 5, Episode 3 may have just revealed one of the biggest secrets in the entire series, and it changes everything we thought we knew about power in this universe. Soldier Boy is back, but this time the real story is not just about his return, it is about what he survived. After the events of Episode 2, many viewers believed Soldier Boy was finally finished when the Supe-killing virus was tested on him along with other Supes. The virus was designed to be the ultimate weapon, something capable of wiping out even the strongest enhanced beings. Yet Episode 3 shocks everyone by confirming that Soldier Boy survived while others did not. That single moment instantly raises one massive question. Is Soldier Boy actually immortal? To understand why this matters so much, we need to look at who Soldier Boy truly is. Long before Homelander became Vought's golden symbol, Soldier Boy was the company's original masterpiece. He was presented to the public as America's greatest hero, a patriotic warrior who fought during World War II and protected the nation. But like most heroes in The Boys, the image was a lie. Behind the mask was a violent, selfish, deeply flawed man who used his power to dominate others. Still, despite all of that, Soldier Boy remained one of the most powerful Supes ever created. What made him special was never just strength. It was the formula inside him. Episode 3 hints that Soldier Boy carries the original version of Compound 5, known as V1. If true, this is far more important than many fans realize. Modern Compound 5 creates Supes with random powers, but it often comes with instability, weakness, and limitations. Some Supes age, some lose control, and many can still be killed. But V1 appears to be different. It seems cleaner, stronger, and far more advanced. Soldier Boy has existed since the 1940s and still looks like he is in his physical prime. That means his body is not aging like a normal human being. It may not even be aging like a normal Supe. This is where the immortality theory becomes real. Soldier Boy may not be immortal in the magical sense, but he could be biologically immortal. In simple terms, his body may continuously repair itself, preventing natural aging and resisting disease. That would explain why the virus failed to kill him. If his cells regenerate faster than the virus can destroy them, then ordinary biological weapons may never work on him. He may be living proof that the first Compound V formula created something Vought never managed to recreate again. However, immortality does not mean invincibility. This is an important difference many fans overlook. Soldier Boy can still be injured. We have seen him restrained, beaten, and knocked unconscious. He is not untouchable, but what makes him terrifying is that normal methods of death may not apply to him anymore. Time cannot weaken him, disease may not affect him, and unless someone finds a force powerful enough to completely destroy his body, Soldier Boy may always come back. This revelation also changes how we view Homelander. For years, Homelander believed he was the peak of human evolution, the ultimate Supe, the final product of Vought's ambition. But now he is forced to confront a truth he hates. Soldier Boy came first, and he may still be superior in one crucial way. Homelander is powerful, but he can still fear aging, mortality, and replacement. Soldier Boy may fear none of those things. That is why Homelander's obsession with finding V1 becomes so important in Episode 3. It is no longer about gaining power. It is about escaping death. Psychologically, this is devastating for Homelander. He has always needed to feel unique. The idea that his father might be stronger, older, and harder to kill strikes directly at his ego. Soldier Boy's mere existence is an insult to everything Homelander believes about himself. This could push Homelander into even darker territory as the season continues. A desperate Homelander is far more dangerous than a confident one. Another reason this twist is brilliant is because Soldier Boy represents something larger in the story. He is the original lie. He was sold to America as a noble war hero, just as Homelander was sold as a smiling protector for the modern age. Different eras, same deception. The return of Soldier Boy forces the world of the boys to confront the fact that corruption did not begin with Homelander. It started generations earlier. Homelander is not the first monster created by Vought. He is simply the latest version. Fans are also asking the obvious question: could Soldier Boy defeat Homelander in a true fight? The answer is more complicated than it seems. Homelander likely has greater raw power, speed, and destructive force, but Soldier Boy has advantages Homelander lacks. He has decades of combat experience, greater emotional control, and most importantly, the radiation blast capable of stripping powers from Supes. If that blast lands cleanly, Homelander could suddenly become vulnerable in a way he has never experienced before. That alone makes Soldier Boy one of the few people Homelander has reason to fear. But the bigger danger is not whether Soldier Boy beats Homelander. It is what happens if he wins. Soldier Boy is not a hero returning to save the day. He is not secretly noble. He is unstable, cruel, and deeply dangerous. If he sides with Butcher or the boys, it would only be temporary. Soldier Boy serves no cause except himself. If Homelander falls, Soldier Boy could easily become the next tyrant standing over everyone else. That is why his return shifts the entire balance of the season. Before episode 3, the conflict looked simple. Homelander was the greatest threat and everyone else was reacting to him. Now there is another force in play, one that neither side can fully control. Soldier Boy is the wild card. He can destroy Homelander, betray Butcher, or ignite a completely new war, depending on what benefits him most. There are also several theories about where this story is heading next. One possibility is that Homelander eventually acquires V1 and upgrades himself, becoming even more terrifying than before. Another is that the virus gets modified into a stronger version, specifically designed to bypass Soldier Boy's resistance. If that happens, then even the most powerful Supes would no longer be safe. There is also the Ryan factor. Ryan represents the future in a world trapped by the sins of the past. If Soldier Boy symbolizes the old generation and Homelander represents the present nightmare, Ryan may be the only one who can break the cycle. But perhaps the smartest part of this reveal is what it says about power itself. Every era believes it has created the perfect weapon. First it was Soldier Boy, then Homelander, now maybe Ryan. Yet every attempt to create control only creates something more unstable. Soldier Boy surviving the virus is not just a twist. It is proof that Vought's oldest sins are still alive and still threatening everyone. So, is Soldier Boy immortal? The honest answer is almost. He may not be impossible to kill, but he appears immune to time, highly resistant to disease, and nearly impossible to destroy through normal means. In the world of the boys, that is close enough to immortality to terrify everyone around him. And that is what makes episode 3 so important. It reminds us that Homelander was never the beginning of this nightmare. He was just the next chapter. Soldier Boy came first, and if he truly cannot die, then the past has returned stronger than ever. The real war of the boys, season 5, may no longer be about stopping Homelander. It may be about deciding which monster survives when it is all over.